Hi, I'm Tina.
I'm Ross.
And we're back with another edition of our Thomas's Box unboxing. This is going to be the sodium edition, as we jokingly called it. So we're going to be trying a lot of crisps, and he sent us several flavors of pot noodles. We're going to be trying the original curry today. So we'll save that one for later. We'll start with the crisps, and then we'll make up the pot noodles using some of the suggestions that our viewers have given us, such as not filling the water all the way to the fill line. So,
okay.
All right, and to start off, we did already get into one in the unboxing video. It was one of the Frisps.
Correct. It was
cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion.
So we tried that one already, but we do have one other Frisp, the ready salted. If you want to go ahead and start with that one.
Sure. In case you're not familiar with the packaging.
I think we saw the first ingredient on these was wheat. Is that correct?
Let's take a look.
Out comes the magnifying glass. Because I remember when we tried the cheese and onions, we thought it tasted a little bit more like a kind of a baked
wheat
chip that we have here.
Dry potato, rice flour. So
okay, so it's got wheat and potato. Okay.
Variety there.
So here is original ready salted. As you probably saw in our first video, the crisp had a little bit of a difficult voyage, so they're a little bit small pieces, but I'm sure they taste good.
Yes.
All the same.
I don't know if this is the first time having a snack that's a combination of wheat, corn, rice.
I don't know. I'm trying to think here, like sun chips. What are those made of? Do you remember? I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I was assuming those were corn or corn and wheat.
Yeah, I'd have to look those up. But those are the ones that seem a bit more like they're supposed to be, I think, sort of healthier chips here. And they do have a little bit of a different taste to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're very crispy and not as greasy, too. Because I think we mentioned that when we tried the Frisps before, that they weren't as greasy. And it says it's a Frisp, not a crisp again here. So they are distinguishing themselves a little bit from a crisp, I guess.
Yeah, I do like these. It's like sometimes we see advertised like a crisp chips that are baked instead of fried, being more healthy, and these kind of remind me of the ones that are baked.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. I think sun chips are kind of like that. And we do have some of the regular potato chips that they advertise as baked. I think even Lay's has, and Ruffles have baked versions that are not as fried and fatty. Yeah, those are nice just for a regular type of crisp. It's just what they call ready salted. Here it would just be like, what, plain or original or something.
Regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, original.
So yeah, those are nice. Let me just reverse some of the orders. I'm just going to keep some of the flavors together. Next up, we have another cheese and onion. I shouldn't say another because we didn't do it this time, but from the last unboxing when we tried the cheese and onion. But these are discos, and I don't think we've ever had discos.
I think I'd remember if we had discos.
Yeah, these don't seem familiar to me.
Yeah.
I know maybe I should have you open it up. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I was trying to be neat about it, but it didn't work. Oh, these actually look pretty good as far as we've got some that actually have the whole crisp.
I'm amazed. It was only until the box from Thomas that I never even heard of discos before. I'm
not familiar with them either. Yeah.
I don't think we saw discos at our local store.
Yeah. Touch of Britain seems to have a lot of the Walker's products, but I don't think they have, like, I see that we have Quavers here, which are Walkers, and I think they did have at least one flavor of Quavers, but mostly it's just the regular crisps.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready? Those have a lot of flavor to them.
We always like the cheese and onion.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good. because we do love that onion flavor to them.
I wonder if these have maybe more cheese and onion flavor than the Frisps that we had.
I know, it's too bad we don't have them side by side because they do seem pretty flavorful. They also seem a little thicker than some crisps.
I think you're right. But these are good. I like these. These are... Let's have another. I'm so used to having our sour cream and onion variety here that we have in the United States, but cheese and onion, it's a nice change.
These are nice, yeah. Because I have to say, sour cream and onion, for our flavored chips, that's probably one of my favored flavors if I'm going to get a flavored one. Most of the time, though, I like to actually get the plain ones and then dip, like in an onion dip.
Yep.
That's probably my absolute favorite way to have them. But if I'm going to have a flavored one, sour cream and onion would be right up there for one that I'd want. And salt and vinegar. We do get salt and vinegar here, and I do like that one.
Yep.
Yeah, so those are nice. Definitely also a little bit different. Didn't seem quite as greasy, and
No.
we didn't check. With these, I see wheat, I think. I should put my glasses on so I can see a little better.
Would you like me to do the viewing?
Nope. Actually, you can see it. See, they put it in nice bold printing, so if you have a wheat allergy, it's very easy to identify there.
Let's consider it.
Yeah, wheat starch and then dried potato. Okay.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, we're just at our Cost Plus store, World Market, this morning. Be nice if we could find these, but we can't. We don't have this variety.
No, and it's unfortunate because for the crisps they have Keogh's, an Irish brand, and we got, was it Burt's from the UK?
Yeah,
that we tried in one of our very original videos, and those were really good. And I got to thinking, I don't know if I saw those there today. I'd have to look again, but I'm gonna be sad if they took those away. But
yeah, I noticed the Keogh's. I didn't see the Burt's.
Yeah. All right, so now we're moving on to salt and vinegar. I know not always your favorite, but I feel like, as I mentioned before, Ross tends to like the UK versions of salt and vinegar more because I think our vinegar is a little bit on the puckering tart side.
Yeah.
The ones we have here. So
we tend to overdo it on the seasoning.
Yeah. So again, these are a discos like we just had with the cheese and onion, but now with the salt and vinegar flavor.
I'm saying wheat and barley and rice flour.
Okay.
Okay. Dried barley, rice flour, wheat.
It didn't show potato. The other one showed potato too.
And dried potato.
There you go. All right, I'm looking forward to this. Salt and vinegar fan that I am.
And ladies first.
All right. Oh, these are a little bit more broken up. The cheese and onion ones actually survive pretty well.
They all taste the same. In the end, they're going to taste the same. So,
and you're always the one with, if there's a little bit of crumbs in there, you're always like, finish every last bit.
You didn't have to reveal that embarrassing. Just right. You nailed that on the head.
Not too much.
As far as, with a lot of the salt and vinegar chips that we have here, it's like, oh, good Lord, you're just overdoing it.
Yeah.
Puckering, borderline, making my eyes tear up, just too much seasoning, but this is just right, not too much, not overboard. So, yeah, that's really nice. I like that. The discos.
Discos, yep. So we actually have 3 different flavors of discos. We also have prawn cocktail coming up, which I'm also looking forward to. But we do have another seaside salt and vinegar Seabrook loaded fries. So these are a little bit different. They kind of look like a little... Actually, I'm kind of surprised to see them called fries.
Not chips.
Yeah, because, this is what we would call, French fries. They look like little French fries. And we've had things like this before from... Daiso.
Yeah, they almost appear to be like freeze-dried chips, fries, and yeah, that's
close up one.
It's like hollow. No,
I don't know. I'm thinking the texture might be a little different now that I picked them up and opened it.
say it's maybe a little stronger vinegar taste?
A little bit. It's still pretty light, but definitely different texture, I think, than what I was thinking of that we get at Daiso.
Yes.
Those are a little bit more dense and crunchy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other ones that looked a lot like this. They look like little French fries. And
Yeah.
I think I remember somebody probably also on YouTube described them as
That's what.
like a McDonald's French fry that you dropped in the car and it got all dried out. And it's like real crunchy.
It's not far off.
Yeah. they're kind of that texture. But these are much lighter than that.
Yeah, they are almost like Yep, they are very light.
I almost feel like these might have a little bit more vinegar flavor than these.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was almost the other way around.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Let me check the ingredients.
If you like.
In case you're wondering.
I'll try one of these again.
Taste test. Okay. Potato. Yeah, I'm just in potato.
Okay.
So, yeah. Nonetheless, yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else about them? 'Cause these are definitely a new to us brand. Bring on the zing. Behold the loaded fry. We've turned the delicious dial up a notch to bring you this crispy snack that packs a crunch and delivers a double dose of tastiness with every bite.
What they remind me of is not the crunchy, but the puffy Cheetos that we have here, the texture-wise. But
Oh, it says salt and vinegar baked maize sticks.
where does it say that?
Right here.
Okay, stand corrected.
So it's more of a corn then.
Yeah.
These,
But it does say
oh,
potato.
it's potato down there, but the first ingredient is maize, so that'll be corn based. Okay.
Well, you tried both right now. Which one do you think has a stronger vinegar flavor?
Yeah, you might be right. I think I am getting more out of these.
Okay.
Especially that one I just had. It was more flavorful, I think, than the first couple.
Yeah.
All good, though.
All good. Perfect example of something you could easily just inhale on the couch while watching TV.
All right, so next up, our third flavor of Disco's prawn cocktail.
No, it's a personal favorite of yours.
It is. Yeah, definitely a flavor we don't have here.
Okay.
When I tried it, I really enjoyed it.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Glad you're sitting down.
Looking forward to it.
Ladies first. No?
It is funny because they say there's no prawn flavoring in there, but when you sniff it, it smells a bit like prawn to me.
The sauce.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Cocktail sauce?
it's supposed to be the cocktail sauce, but when you sniff them, they smell a little bit like prawn to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they do. Love that flavor.
Nice.
I don't know why we can't have that flavor here.
I don't know.
I mean, the closest thing I would compare that to that we have easily accessible here is the barbecue, the sweet barbecue sauce flavored chips that we have.
See, and I don't tend to care for the barbecue, but I do like these.
But you like the ketchup.
I like
flavor.
the ketchup. And I'm really disappointed. Last summer, I think Lay's came out with an Old Bay flavor, which is some kind of a sauce. I don't even think I've had it, but we're starting to see it more and more.
Yeah.
And I was kind of curious to try that one to see how it compared, but never could find it in the stores.
We checked quite a few places. Yeah.
So I wonder if it was regional. It never made it here. Who knows?
No, but I really like the flavor of that. It has a little bite to it.
It does, yeah. And next up by Walker's, and this says they're back, so I'm not sure what that's about. These are Quavers. I feel like we've tried Quavers once, and I don't even remember how they were, but it says light curly potato snack. This is also prawn cocktail.
I'll have to do a side-by-side comparison here. No, ladies first. Thank you. Kind of unusual.
Different shape to them.
Yeah. They're lighter.
Yeah.
Almost kind of puffed. Yeah.
Nice.
Those are lighter.
Mm-hmm.
You taste that prawn flavoring to it, but I think you almost get a stronger taste from the discos. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think these are stronger.
I mean, like,
See, and I don't smell as much of the prawn flavor.
It's light. I think it's lighter.
It's lighter, yeah. Nice texture though. Nice light texture if you're looking for something light.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are good.
I guess it just depends on what you're in the mood for.
Yeah. One remaining crisp in the sodium edition.
Yeah, and this is Skips, which is another one I don't think we've ever tried. These say light and melty prawn cocktail flavor. So that's interesting.
Never heard of Skips before.
Skips are the perfect light and melty snack. Balance them on your tongue and let them melt in your mouth. All right.
Challenge accepted. Hey, go ahead.
They look a little bit like the Quavers. They look very light.
They do. Kind of puff.
Yeah.
What does it smell like to you?
A little bit of the prawn smell.
Yeah.
It did melt.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know, let me try crunching them. Because usually when I want something like this, I want to crunch it.
These remind me of the shrimp flavored baked puff snacks you can sometimes find in the Asian section of our markets here.
I think you're right, yeah.
And they have a very strong shrimp scent to it. I remember taking those to work and having coworkers say, "Can you put those away?" It's really overpowering, the scent of them. Those are good.
Yeah, and I think those might actually have real shrimp or prawn in them.
Yeah.
Unlike these.
Yeah, but I like these. These are good. Yeah.
Yeah, light and melty. So that's definitely a different experience.
Yeah, it is.
So I want to do a side by side with those. With this one. Having them side by side, I have to say I prefer this one, the flavor better.
Mm-hmm. I like them both.
How about you?
I think the Skips has an interesting texture to it.
Mm-hmm.
It would just kind of like dissolve right on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And these have the strongest flavor.
The disco. Yeah, I think you're right.
Stronger flavor, but then lighter texture on these.
Yeah. But yeah, really appreciate that we had a chance to try these. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah. Stronger.
So do you want to pick a favorite before we move on to our pot noodles?
No, you didn't hear a single complaint from me of everything we tried. I enjoyed everything we tried, but I think for of the 3 prawn flavored snacks that we had, we'll go with the disco. And the cheese and onion. I go with the cheese and onion disco also. But everything was good. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I still love my prawn cocktail here. The discos, I like the stronger flavor on the discos. But I have to say, I do like that lighter texture's nice. Let me grab another one of these again, too.
So going for the loaded fries. Yeah.
I think overall, though, these might win out on me.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as nice flavor and then the texture of it, I think it might be these. I wonder if these come in prawn cocktail. I'd like to taste what a prawn cocktail would be like in these loaded fries. But yeah, now I'm thinking overall these might be my favorite pick. All were good though.
Yeah, very good variety.
All have something to offer unique. So I think what we'll do next is we're going to go ahead and prepare this pot noodles, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back and we have prepped our pot noodles. Again, it's original curry flavor. There is the top of it, and it says, "Be unforgettable in 4 minutes." So 4 minutes is how long it takes to prepare it.
One little question. Yeah. Okay. The instructions look very simple, and you would think that this should be pretty hard to mess up. And when it says, pour hot liquid to a certain line, and you have 2 lines.
Oh, because there were 2 lines, yeah. I'm thinking it's the first one, judging by the little picture back here, but it was hard to tell. And anyway, we took the advice of our viewers and tried to put water in just above to where the noodles were, and we did a lot of stirring, and we put the packet in. It came with a mango sauce packet, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah. So yeah, we really tried to stir it up. I can see there's a lot of powder in there, so you would want to get that all mixed in there. And here is what it looks like. It's kind of similar to what we have here called cup of noodles.
Yes.
And usually they come in you pour the boiling water on and mix it up, put the lid on and let it sit. I was going to say I don't often see the curry flavor, but I think in some of our Asian supermarkets they do have the curry flavor in cup of noodles or a similar brand. So we're curious to try this. And so this looks like you could almost eat it more with a fork. Cup of noodles I always did with a spoon because I filled the water up pretty high, and so it was still pretty soupy even though it had the noodles. And like this, it often would have like peas and carrots in it as well.
Yeah.
All right, shall we dig in?
Sure. Now let me ask you, I don't think I've ever seen you have cup of noodles. When was the last time you had cup of noodles?
I can't remember. I can remember taking them to work for lunch in the long distant past. Yeah. All right.
What do you think?
Not too bad. Kind of typical, like what you'd expect from a cup of noodles. Pretty salty, But it has some nice flavors in it with the curry and
yeah,
a little bit of that mango sauce. It's nice.
It is. I think the last time I had a cup of noodles, it was basically a chicken broth flavor. Very
I think that's the flavor I would typically get too. Chicken. They have chicken. They even have beef.
Yes.
I can remember.
Chicken, beef,
shrimp.
vegetable.
I used to like to get shrimp sometimes because they'd have like these little dehydrated shrimps in there and
shrimp pellets.
I know. The UK call them prawns, but I feel like we use the word shrimp and prawn here. Like I always think the shrimp is the little ones, the prawns is the larger ones, but
right. But,
that's just how we call them here.
Think of cup of noodles and top ramen as like a starving student food. Mm-hmm. I know that I would have keep a cup of noodles at work in a drawer. Like, if I forgot my lunch, here's my emergency.
Yeah.
Lunchtime squared away. I'll be fine.
Well, top ramen especially because I remember used to be able to get those for 10 cents a package. I don't think you can anymore, but yeah. Cup of noodles I think were always a bit more expensive. Mm-hmm. But they were kind of like this. They had a little bit more sauce to them, whereas top ramen was more just like a broth with ramen noodles. But you would often get like little vegetables and maybe more of a sauce.
Yeah, with the cup of noodles, like you said, you have the dehydrated veggies and sometimes like little shrimp pellets. But yeah, I got the like top ramen.
I just spilled some.
Unforgivable. But no, I'd pick up top ramen at the store and then I'd make Ross ramen.
Ross ramen.
Add cabbage, some onion, some sprouts, some chicken. Yeah.
Yep.
And one more bite.
Yeah, those are good. And we actually have an unusual for California, kind of a cloudy, gray, rainy day. So this is kind of nice to have.
It is.
Something like this today. I'm looking forward to trying the other flavors. We have like a chicken and mushroom, I believe, and tomato and beef.
Mm-hmm. Beef and tomato.
So I'm curious to see how those compare.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So that was definitely something a little bit different for us to try. So thank you again, Thomas, for letting us try this nice assortment. And definitely, this would be something like I just need something quick to take for a lunch. Just kind of grab and go. I could definitely see going for something like this.
That definitely has more flavor than top. I haven't had a cup of noodles in
yeah, it's been a really long time.
I have to struggle to remember, but I don't remember it having as much flavor as this.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe, now granted we didn't put as much water in as was recommended, but I feel like it has more of a thicker sauce than I think you would get from a cup of noodles. Even if you put less water in, it still seemed very brothy to me, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if that's kind of typical, if these have more of a thicker sauce than rather a broth with noodles, but let us know.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we're going to end this and finish off our pot noodles. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like food reactions and food tastings, consider subscribing to our channel. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.